Fishplay. You ever?
Fish. Is that like foreplay but with a fish?
Yeah, in a way. But I feel like, I don't know. It's if you get it warm, if you get it warm enough, you could probably use it as like a fish light. Right?
Yeah, it's got the gills on the side.
Yeah, they're moist enough. Right?
Okay.
They have lots of moisture and salt.
Yeah, you throw. Yeah, I think honestly, I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think that'll be a fun story for your mom to tell the kids next
week. Or like
week.
an octopus or like a squid or something, maybe.
Well, the octopus have the beak.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Addy Herman.
Damn it, Stavert, make some noise. You're with me, huh? Welcome to Quik Draw Comedy, a show about redemption. In an era of cancel culture, we offer you a second chance. Tonight, comedians will perform not once, but twice. I am your host, Addy Herman. How about for the man to my right, the executioner, Clem Jameson? All right, comedians, you will have 2 minutes to make us laugh. When you hear this sound, finish up your joke, because when you hear this sound, your set is done. Go ahead and step off the stage. Don't worry, you will have a shot at redemption, followed by a discussion with our panel. On deck, we have Ross Doling, but coming to the stage right now, Quik Draw's very own Rashad Vaughn.
How you guys doing? I ran away from two people, a German Shepherd and a white dude, so I was scared to death. You know, you already know the jokes. You heard it, especially people at home. I fucking hate dogs, but yeah, I was like, oh shit, and I'm like, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I was gonna leave and go home, but I got a show to do, so I'm here. So, whoop-de-doo. I've been women-festing. I've been women-festing a good woman in my life because I've been dealing with a lot of whores and sluts and women who won't give me no damn pussy, but they want my attention for validation reasons. Like, who the fuck am I? Dr. Phil? Good? You know, I was talking to this girl. I'm gonna say her name, don't disrespect. I'm gonna call her Morgan for political reasons because I don't want to get sued. I don't want to get sued. I don't want to, I don't want to say her real name, but, I was like, hey, like, we've been hanging out for a lot, I want to take it to the next level. And she was like, well, I just want to enjoy my youth and have fun. We young. I just want to enjoy my youth and have fun. Well, you know what that means. When a woman say they want to enjoy their youth and have fun, that means they want to have sex with strangers. Man and woman and anywhere in between. Whether it's transgenders or cross-dressers, who gives a fuck? Like, they want to have sex with anybody who they found attracted to. And a guy that, you just a friend, they want to keep you as a back pocket just in case if all their options fail, then they can call you like, hey Rashad, you want to come over? Like last dick option, okay? The dick that they don't want, but transactional dick, And I'm like, well, I'm always gonna be the first choice, not the last choice. Okay, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love yourself, or you're always gonna be last. You gotta put yourself first, and you're always gonna be last. So I'm Rashad Vaughn, and I am the first choice. I'll be back. Thank you.
Rashad Vaughn. Opening up the show. All right. On deck, we have Julian Leisure coming to the stage right now. Ross Doling.
A lot of people lately have been telling me that I'm no fun, and they're right. I'm no fun. Yeah, I said it. Okay. I ain't scared. I'm really chill though. Like, I'm fun if you're sad. Like, fun people, like, they wear yellow, they sing, they dance, they say things like, see ya, Ross. And all I do is provide an atmosphere of unconditional acceptance. One time I was hanging out with someone at a coffee shop and they saw right through me. They're like, "You don't drink coffee." Like, "Yeah, I don't." "Then why do you agree to have coffee with me?" "Because I don't really do anything." If you ask me what I like to do, I can't give you an honest answer. Because I don't even know. I mean, based on my behavior, it's walking to Walgreens and paying for water. It's opening up cupboards and not even looking inside. I don't know. No one's ever let me talk this long.
Ross Stoling, everybody. There's quite an energy to that lad.
It's something, I'll tell you that. Energy ain't the word, though.
All right, on deck we have On deck we have Taryn Perez. And coming to the stage right now, Julian Leisure.
I seem to be really bad at relationships, you know. I have all these text messages on my phone that say, "We miss you, come back, 20% off your next purchase from fleshlight.com." That's weird. Like, how many fleshlights do I even need? You know, like I have an Asian one, a black one. Should I get a Mexican one? I wish that like exes were kind of that way. Like when they wanted you back, they'd like text you like, "Oh, I miss you, come back. 30% less nagging and 50% more blowjobs if you take me back." I wish it was like that. I don't know. One of my white friends said the blackest thing about me was the fact that I have 4 kids. When he found out they were all from the same woman, he asked me to co-sign his loan. Because apparently I have good credit now. Awesome. My fiance and I don't know. I forgot what I was going to say. Shit. Sorry, guys. I'm unprepared. One of my favorite things to do is accuse my white fiance of calling me the N-word. She hates it, you know? We'll just be in public, and I'll be like, "I'm your nigga? For real?" And she always gets embarrassed. Sometimes I want her to call me in the bedroom, but she never does. You know? I just think that the hard R would make me harder. All right.
Julian Leisure, everybody. Okay, on deck we have Charles Wortley, but coming to the stage right now, Quik Draw's first lady, Taryn Perez.
Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I get really offended whenever someone accuses me of being on meth. Yeah. Like, how dare you? How dare you confuse me for my little sister? God, I know we look a lot alike, you know, but she's the meth head. I'm the coke head. I have money and a good job. Okay? Well, until my job sees this. But no, I've worked very hard in my life to not be white trash anymore. I'm a step up. I like to call myself a recycling bin. Okay, like I'm doing something well, or at least I think I am, and I'm still trash, but you know, you can reuse me and hopefully turn me into something better. I don't know, there'll be a purpose to me at some point. But no, I was talking to a friend about doing coke, and I said I like to do it off a mirror, and she misheard me. She goes, "I love doing it in front of a mirror." She's like, right off the bathroom sink, and you just come up and you're just so sexy like a movie. I said, "No, honey, I'm talking doing it on a mirror where you have to face your fucking sins. You look yourself in the eye when you're making these poor fucking choices in your life. You watch yourself get the addiction, okay?" I'm like, "Apparently you're not Catholic." All right? Because I'm a good one, and I know I like to feel guilty for my sins, and I want to know why I'm going to hell, you know, and look myself in the face in my regular bathroom mirror after that. All right? All right, that's all I had tonight. Thanks, guys.
Taryn Perez, ladies and gentlemen, showing you how funny you can be in 2 minutes. That's right. All right. You keep it up, you stinker. All right. On deck, we have Lucas Schneider. Come to the stage right now. This is this guy's first ever time on the Quik Draw podcast. He's been coming out for a couple months to Quik Draw Unplugged that we do on Tuesday nights. But I was very happy to get him booked on this one, so I want you to make him feel right at home. Charles Wortley.
What's up? I've been shopping recently at this place called the Asian Market next to my work. And it's a great place. I love it. Because, you know, a typical American grocery store has a monotony to it. You got your typical deli meats, you got your Doritos, and it gets tiring. But if you're ever sitting at home one day and you're like, I want to own a live eel. This Asian marketplace has a monopoly on this in Nebraska. I mean, it's like 3 football fields of just straight sea life. And you walk in and you're like, you get a whiff of the place and you're like, has a health inspector been here? Are you ignoring it? They just have lobsters on the floor. I saw a group of kids playing with lobsters. And at the Asian market, you hear about other cultures saving every part of an animal to not be wasteful, which is cool. And then you walk into the freezer aisle, and you're like, crow's beak, quail feather, and an ear of a rabbit. Who is buying this? A witch trying to craft a hex? And it feels like a thrift store, but it feels like a thrift store, just stuff from all over the world, but everything's still kind of alive. Like you grab a fruit, you think it's a fruit, and you're like, oh no, this is breathing. Oh God. All right, that's my time.
Charles Wortley making his Quik Draw debut. Get out of here, you scallywag. All right, on deck. Oh, hell yes. All right. Man, getting co-signed by the Redwood Wizard on that one over there.
I'm pretty convinced that he may have been the one that was buying that shit.
Yeah, he would only buy it if it was in the dumpster first. On deck, we have Ben Webb coming to the stage right now. Lucas Schneider.
How many single people are in the room? Not very many. Oh, yeah? Well, this is for everybody else. Girlfriends are real interesting creatures, aren't they? Aren't they? They're only with a woman would you ever hear the sentences come out of their mouth. Oh, God, she's my best friend. I love her to death, but fuck that bitch. I can't stand her. It doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. Fuck's sake. They're very interesting creatures, women are. One time when I was 15, I worked for a rancher, and I found a cow that had been struck by lightning a week prior. And the reason I found this cow was because I could smell it from 3 fences over. And let me tell you something, that smell pales in comparison of what I've smelled coming out of my girlfriend's ass. Female farts are atrocious. Or a war crime, I think. It's not right. Not too long ago, me and my girlfriend were laying in bed, and she scooted away to adjust, and then, me being the sweet, cuddly monster I am, went in to cuddle more, and then she came back and knocked the wind out of me. And then she farted and held my head under the blankets. So I just had to go to my happy place and think about finding that cow. And then I realized to myself, this is kind of a mild form of domestic violence. That's really fucked up you laughed at that, because that's how the cops reacted too. All right, that's my time. Thank you.
Lucas Schneider with a cry for help. Okay. We are down to our final comedian of the first round. This guy was actually a guest host on last week's episode of Quik Draw. He's one of my favorite comics to see work. I want you to make it loud for Mr. Ben Webb.
Glad to be back. I must say that I am shocked that Australia beat America to a great moment of bringing a mediocre joke to the world stage. They beat us in that, because I'm sure you've seen those different memes about, hey, Olympics should have a regular dude compete along with the world-class athletes, and we see just how hard it is, and Australia beat us to it. They sent whatever that woman was, wherever she came from, beat America to it. I would have volunteered for that. I would totally be a U.S. break dancer. Absolutely. Look at me. I am the average Walmart shopper. I would kill that, man. You give me a beat and whatever, I'll just kind of waddle to the beat a little bit, get a nice out through the double doors, throw in a little sprinkler every now and then, get a few points from the judges. That would be so cool. Oh, I hope he's doing his move, getting in the electronic cart. Oh, yeah, he's getting in that. It's going to go all over the stage. That's right. Well, with that disappointment aside, I have recently been getting on like a bathroom schedule at work where I am the very first to get to the toilet, and it still has that nice blue, never been touched or sullied water. I feel so privileged. I feel like a colonialist. I'm the first to desecrate something so beautiful and untouched. And it's the only time I can really feel close to being a mermaid. It's like I'm about to go into a lagoon. It's just such a precious feeling, look at this poo. Isn't it neat? What do you think, my collection's complete? You've got a thingamabob? It's called a floater. And I've got 20. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Ben Webb. Catch him clogging a toilet near you.
Hey, Addy, is this stage rated for breakdancing?
Oh, yeah.
It is?
Yeah. We came out here with a couple of rhinoceroses and had them trample across.
Yeah, so after the show, I'm going to drop some beats, and we're going to see what he can do. Okay. All right? I think that'd be great.
I think we have a race riot on our hands. Hell yeah. Man, let's hear it for all the comics we've heard in the first round, huh? All right. On deck, we have Ross Doling coming to the stage. Rashad Vaughn.
I'm black. Y'all know the deal. I'm going to tell you the story. Only one person know this story because that one person was there. So I was doing a show. It was a couple of years ago. I was doing a show. And after the show, this drunk white lady came up to me. And she started dancing on me and shit. And this is my first one-night stand, because I never had a one-night stand prior to this one. So she started dancing on me, and then next thing you know, we started kissing and making out in the middle of the fucking bar. I needed it at the time, because I was fucking horny, so I ain't had sex in a while prior to that moment. This is when I was in my 20s. So I just said, fuck it. Fuck you, Julian. It was 2021. I was 28. I'm 31. So, shit, you don't fucking up my shit. But anyway, we started kissing and making out, and the whole comedy scene was like, damn, Rashad, like, you gonna fuck her? I'm like, I might as well. Shit, it's been a minute, so I might as well take advantage of this shit. So, and you goddamn right, I fucked her. I mean, she wasn't the most good-looking woman in the world, but I mean, she damn near just fucking. I mean, I just was like, man, fuck it. I might as well, it was right there, so I might as well just have at it. And I fucked her, and yeah. And that was all she wrote, so that was it. I'm done.
Rashad Vaughn, everybody. with a fun story about Hell yeah. Hey, and shouts out to Rashad for powering through while two German shepherds just run amok on the other side of this wall.
Yeah.
He fucking...
Yeah, I was scared. Yeah.
He's facing his fears tonight. He's got dogs over here. He hates dogs. He's got Julian heckling him. He had a guy with a cowboy hat earlier. Man, you're just like all over the place with all your fears here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fighting so many battles all at once.
You are fighting a lot of battles, and your first battle is going to be explaining that last set. So let's go through this. So you get... You're on the dance floor, and I may have misheard this. You said you were a virgin at the time, right?
No, I ain't got laid in a while.
Oh, in a while. Okay, you hadn't
Yeah.
gotten laid in a while. Okay, so you had been laid before.
Yeah, before that. Yes.
When did you lose your virginity, Rashad?
I lost my virginity when I was 21.
When you were 21. Okay, as soon as you could get in the bar.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so you're 28 years old. You're dancing on this lady.
Well, she danced on me. She just came out of nowhere, started dancing on me.
White lady?
Yes.
Okay, so she backs up to you.
Yeah.
Does she start? How does she take us through the physicality of this?
I was just talking to a bunch of comics. You know, it was after the show.
And you said one of them was here, right?
Julian.
Julian.
He was there.
That was 3 years ago?
That 2021. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't his fiance?
No.
Okay.
Nah, I won't do that to him. Yeah.
Okay, no, sure, yeah. So Julian's there, and you're allowed in the bar because I guess you're old enough at the time. And so, a white lady comes up
And started dancing on me.
Okay, and so
She just started dancing on me, like for real, like real shit.
and so then you start making out,
Yeah. We
And
started
then-
dancing, then she started kissing on me.
and then you take her home,
Yeah, we kissed all night, and I took her home.
and then you have sex.
Yes.
Okay. That's what the whole set was about. That's crazy. I imagine it's amazing how you can do things like that and just crush a room, being like,
And the crazy
"Hey,
thing
I got
about-
laid."
And then the crazy thing, she wasn't even there at the show. She came afterwards and was just turned up and started dancing
She
on
was
me.
turned up. She saw you and she said, "I love R. Kelly. I got to get some." Okay, we'll write that one off.
Not in that sense, because I'm not R. Kelly. I don't fuck with little kids, but
Well, yeah, you were all 21.
yeah, we was. Yeah, I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
But she liked what she saw,
what she
obviously,
saw.
and then she just went for it. Yeah, I was.
I know. We're gonna hear some follow up from Julian during his turn right after he sells those candles. From your first set, kind of wheeling around back here, you said you've been dealing with whores and sluts and women that don't give you pussy. That just sounds like women in general as a broad spectrum. You got your whores, your sluts, and the women who don't give you pussy.
Yeah, women like, oh, he's just a friend. I ain't gonna
Just
give
a friend?
him. Yeah, he's just a friend. I'm not gonna give him some unless I'm really, really desperate. You know
Okay.
you know how women are. Yeah.
Well, sure, yeah, I know how women that are desperate are. So you've been in that sort of situation to where you're kind of the side dick in the relationship.
Yeah, the backup dick that they really don't want to sleep with, but they was horny. Like, hey, Rashad, you want to come over?
They're horny.
Yeah.
Okay, and what does that conversation look like? Is it through text or Grindr or what?
Actually through phone call. Like, where you at? Like, I'm at home, sleep. She's
So
like,
she calls you up on the bat phone. You're
Yeah.
sitting there. Are you asleep upside down or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sleep, chilling, watching TV.
You're watching TV. She calls. Does your mom answer or is it your cell phone?
Myself.
Okay, so she calls on the cell phone. You're watching The Simpsons, and the phone call comes in and it says "whore," and you're like, okay, it's gonna be a good night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna give me a very good night's sleep.
Okay, then you just hang up and go to sleep, right?
Yeah. Depends on who the whore is.
Yeah. Pussy Commander Rashad Vaughn here on the case. I mean, what do they call you traditionally or text you?
A little bit of both.
So these ladies are so bold that as soon as their husband falls asleep, they go into their walk-in closet, I assume, and they say, "Hey, Rashad," and they put you on speakerphone.
Yeah, well, not really, but
Okay,
they
well, it's
move
your
away.
story.
They move away or go in a car and start.
And then where do these rendezvous happen when you're sneak dicking?
Sometimes in their car.
In their car. I've noticed a theme with you, Rashad. You've had a lot of car sex, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
More than 50.
Close.
Years old?
I say close.
So you've had car sex close to 50 times.
Yeah.
And a lot of these women have been rendezvous that had other relationships going.
Yeah, some of them. Yep.
Now, did this girl that you met at the dance club, did she have a boyfriend?
I'm pretty sure she has.
Really?
I'm pretty sure she had many boyfriends.
Many boyfriends. Okay, so she was an empowered lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay, that's a lot of fun. So let's see here. What's the worst first date you ever went on, Rashad?
Worst first date actually was a year ago. I was at the Red Lion Lounge. Y'all heard of that place? I took this girl there, and then she was like, "Hey, I can't be here too long because I gotta pick my son up from football practice." I'm like, "Why the fuck you took this date then if you gotta pick your son up football practice and you trying to, But it was kind of whack, and we just didn't talk about much. She didn't really get a drink, and she had too busy picking her son from football practice. So
Oh yeah, she had to drive after.
Yeah, so it was pretty much it. That was pretty much it.
So the worst date was you got there and you got cock blocked by, I assume, like a 14-year-old kid. Mm-hmm. Damn, that is wild to find out a woman's got a kid that's old enough to be a lineman.
Exactly. I'm like, why the fuck you agree to go on a date with me knowing that you had to take your son to football practice, then you have to go pick him back up in like the 2 minutes into the date. So
did she fall into the category of women that wouldn't give up the pussy?
Yes.
Okay, well, that can be frustrating. I'm a bigger fan of whores and sluts myself, but hey, you know, I'm just an American like that.
Yeah, it's a jungle out there.
It is a jungle out there, man. The tiger's got to eat.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Rashad. Well, is there anything you want to let these folks know before I get you out of here tonight?
I'm Rashad Vaughn. Get off my dick. Ski, skeet, ski, skeet. Thank you.
You heard the man. Let's hear it for Rashad Vaughn, everybody. All right, on deck we have Julian Leisure, but coming to the stage right now, Ross Doling.
Anybody here ever spill anything? What'd you spill? Oh. You ever spill water? It's way better. Water is so great to spill. Like you hear a glass fall over and you're like, ah, shit. Oh, water? Okay. I'll let it dry. Sometimes I'll like pray to Jesus that he'll turn the wine into water so I don't have to clean it up. I went to Target the other night, and I'm starting to think it's the same as Super Target. I think they're the same. And it's pretty obvious. You know, they both have a Target sign. I don't know. You know, I kind of get it, you know, like if Target and Super Target are different, like if Super Target is the hero and Target's just the regular person, I understand because I also feel super when I have saltines in me. But I went with my brother. He was trying to get me to buy a lamp because I don't have lights in my house. And I don't know. I didn't want to. I was like, what's it going to be? Screwing 4 pieces of plastic together? And for what?
Ross Doling, everybody. Oh, yeah. Super set about Super Target, man. That was fun. What is Super Target?
It's like Target, but it says Super Target.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
there's
what-
like a grocery section. Yes.
Okay, there's a grocery
Thank you.
section in the Target. Okay, I haven't been out there, but I mean, my interest has been piqued. That sounds like a lot of fun. I know my way around a 6-pack of donuts. So let's see, what's happened? What's been going on with you this week, Ross?
Oh.
Besides getting a lamp. Or did you even get the lamp?
No, I did.
You did get
I
the
haven't
lamp.
set it up yet.
What do you mean by set it up?
Came in a box. Because I'll be damned if I'll carry like a lamp through the store and shit and put it in my car.
Okay, so you got to carry.
I don't know. None of the whole thing was kind of sad, if I'm being honest.
The whole process of picking up the lamp? Mm-hmm. Well, because you realized you had been living in darkness for the last 9 months, right? Mm-hmm. How dark is it in your apartment? Like, compared to this room without the lights on?
All right. Well, I turn them off then.
Okay, well, I see we'll just move right on to the next question.
What's the chances that lamp never gets set up?
It's probably
pretty high, right?
100%.
100% never. It's probably going to show up in somebody's estate sale, maybe yours, someone else's maybe, but it will end up not being set up ever, right?
So it's still in the box, right? Mm-hmm. You haven't opened it up? Mm-mm. Okay, well, that would probably be step one in setting it up. You get that box open, slide it out. I imagine they'll probably.
Yeah, I know how. I know I have to open the box.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I know millennials, they learn a little different nowadays.
Well, I'm a Gen Z, honestly.
Oh, you're a Gen Z?
I think so.
God.
Yeah, millennials got old, I'll say that.
I always forget you're not my dad. It's crazy. Okay, so it's in the box. Have you maybe formed it into some sort of pillow in the shanty hut you're staying in? Or is there any function for this thing besides being a lamp?
I guess I could use it to, I'm sure there's a bunch of uses for it. It's a long thing. I mean, I could probably stick it in my ass.
Is it that small of a lamp?
No, it's huge.
Okay.
That big of an ass. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're starting to look outside the box, so to speak. So you, do you buy a lot of things you don't use?
You know what I could do? I could tape my phone. I could turn the flashlight on my phone and then tape it to the pole. And that could be a use for it.
I think so. I think we're onto something real good here, Ross. What's your worst date?
My worst date?
Yeah, what's the worst date you ever went on with?
I've never been on a date.
You've never been on a date, Ross?
Mm-hmm. I've been to a date before.
Explain.
One of my friends had a date, and he wanted me to go with, so I went.
What, as security, or what?
I have no idea.
Okay, so you go on a date, and is it with a lady, your friend?
Yeah, well, my friend was a guy, and it was a date with a lady.
A date with a lady? Okay.
And she brought also somebody.
Oh, so a double date. She was looking out for you.
But I didn't pick up on that.
Okay. You were too busy shopping for lamps online, right?
Because I think, neither person who brought somebody to the date knew that the other person was bringing someone.
Okay.
So I don't know if it was a double date or not. It would just happen to also be two people to the date.
You were just...
So nobody said anything the entire time.
None of the four of you said anything the entire time?
Not really.
Where were you at?
We were at a restaurant.
Which restaurant?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I was pretty high.
Okay. How many milligrams? Okay, more of a flower guy. I understand.
But, yeah, nobody said anything. And, I don't know. I feel like I could have done something. But it wasn't my date, I guess.
So you think you could have maybe saved the awkward situation that was unfolding in front of you? Mm-hmm. Okay, what would some of your ideas have been for that?
To start a conversation, perhaps.
That's a good first step right there. That's like opening the box to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on this terrible fucking date that sounds so awkward at a restaurant. Did you guys?
Well, I'm not on the date.
You're
I'm just
with the
at
date.
the date.
Yeah. You are the third, and she is the fourth wheel that are at the end of the booth, like, right? Was there eye contact made? Were you playing footsies with him or two of the ladies? What was going on?
I was just trying to stay out of the way.
Okay. You're sticking the corners, moving laterally to the lines of the room. Okay, wrong question.
I don't know.
All right.
If you're making like a metaphor or an innuendo, I don't get it.
No, You drink a lot of tap water?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't drink a lot of water at all.
You don't drink a lot of water. Mm-hmm. But you do go to Walgreens to get your water, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I do.
When you're craving, feeling spicy, you want some water, you say, I'm gonna hit Walgreens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I've been pretty good about drinking water lately.
Yeah, you look healthy, man.
Oh, thanks.
This isn't what healthy looks like. Sorry, Addy. I mean, comparatively to you, maybe, but this is not what healthy looks like.
Come on, he's got all his teeth. Yeah, he's okay. This kid's all right.
The measure of how many teeth is not a Nebraska measurement of health. That's Arkansas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I'm about to call the hogs over here in a second, man. Oh boy. Okay, so what is your guilty pleasure when, after you've, yeah. What's something you genuinely enjoy eating or consuming?
Pussy.
No. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like if I did like it, I wouldn't feel guilty about it.
Okay. So what's your pleasure?
I eat a lot of chips. I'm a big candy guy, honestly.
Okay.
Candy.
What's your favorite candy?
Doesn't matter.
If it's sweet, you like it.
Mm-hmm.
So you like sweets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't have a sweet tooth. I have sweet teeth.
You have sweet teeth, like little Jelly Ranchers or Jolly Ranchers.
Yep.
You got little Jolly Ranchers in your mouth.
That's why I don't drink any water, really, because if I do, they'll disintegrate.
You might be from Arkansas, dude. Ross, is there anything you want to let these folks know before we get you out of here this evening?
No.
Okay, let's hear it for Ross Doling, everybody. That's honestly one of the most coherent interviews we've had. Here, get yourself a sticker. For a man who has nothing, enjoy a Quik Draw sticker, my good guy. Oh yeah. Hey, and let's hear it for our ace bartender, Robbie, on the other side of that wall. Remember, folks, generosity brings joy. Make sure you tip him well. He's fantastic. He is actually going to be the guest next week on this show. So if you don't tip, we're going to call you out. On deck, we have Taryn Perez coming to the stage right now. Julian Leisure.
I like to wear the security hat ironically and stand out in front of like clubs and charge people to get in, because nobody believes I could be security, but if you stand out inside of a bar with like a clipboard, people will hand you money. It's kind of crazy. I grew up around mostly white people. Like I had a lot of white friends growing up. And I had the choice between, at my school, like all the rich kids whose parents was on the PTA, or like the white dudes whose like entire identity was knowing all the lyrics to Rap God by Eminem. And like a lot of these guys, they either asked me for an N-word pass at one time or they just said it. And I needed friends. I wasn't just gonna be like, hey, you can't say that. Like I was outnumbered, a minority, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's fine. I have kids, but I have the Amber Alerts turned off on my phone. See, the thing is, my kids are biracial, so you guys are only gonna half give a fuck, or 3/5 times 4, whatever that is. I think that's 2 something. And I don't know. Let's see. I downloaded this new game on my phone. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Grindr. I think that I suck at it though, because every single time I log on, I get fucked in the ass. All right, homophobic crowd, fun stuff. Speaking of gay, my dad texted me an emoji the other day, which I think is pretty gay. He sent me the smirking emoji. And I think that that's weird because I think the smirking emoji is reserved for like certain situations, you know? Like if I sent you the smirking emoji, eggplant emoji, water droplet emoji, you know what I mean. I'm trying to get my dick sucked. None of this is working, that's fine. All right, take me to the interview.
That was Julian Leisure.
It was.
Take me to the interview, man. Oh my
name of my,
God!
special,
Take me
everybody.
to the interview. What's up, Julian? How you doing,
What's up,
my
man?
friend?
I'm good.
It's good to see you, man. I like this hat you got here.
Thanks,
It's nice.
man.
It looks like someone punched the last guy who was wearing it in the top of the head, and that's how you got it.
I washed it and it's like fucked up now.
Where'd you wash it in?
I don't know. A sink?
This is your story.
It's not a real story.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought maybe you had one of those little cases that you could put your hat in and put it in the dishwasher.
I'm not that type of black guy.
You're not that type of black guy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a black guy thing to do?
I think so, a little bit. In like early 2000s, my uncles used to do stuff like that.
Okay, so you have family that's black.
I do.
Okay, fantastic. The dog loves it. Oh yeah. Every time a black guy comes on stage, the dog's like, "Arr, arr, arr, arr. I just gotta get him. Arr."
Good boy.
Hell yeah, fucking crazy. So you got some.
Wait a minute. You bastard, you. Good boy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. I mean,
Why
yeah.
did you say that?
Yeah, dogs can be women too. So
Sure.
Julian, we're not going to talk about that last set
think
because
women
we
can
were
be-
here for it. But that first set, man, there was
First
some,
set was good.
There was some. First set was very good. That's where all my notes came from. You talked about a fleshlight. Do you own a fleshlight?
I do, but I don't use it personally. I just let my girlfriend use it.
How?
She jerks me off with it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if your girlfriend also had a dick or not. I didn't know what was happening.
You mentioned one of them is Asian. What's different about an Asian fleshlight?
It's yellow.
It's yellow. That sounds racist. That sounds much more racist than me talking about a dog.
I mean, it's yellow from all the cum. That's,
Okay.
So
what I
it's
meant.
yellow. It came yellow, or you found it in the dumpster?
I mean, I came yellow.
You came yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's chlamydia. I'm not sure.
None of
Okay, you also said there was a black one. What's the difference with that?
I don't know.
Well, well, these are your jokes. I didn't write these jokes and say, "Hey, try these out," and then I'm going to
We're
grill you.
finding out
on
how shallow these jokes are. They're surface level at best. There's nothing under them.
Julia doesn't even remember the jokes he told. He was like, the first set was good. Don't remember the jokes, but I remember they were having a good time. Okay, what's the difference with a Mexican one? That was the third one you mentioned.
It smells like horchata.
Okay. All right. I was hoping for more on that one. All right.
I don't know.
So,
This is just a joke that I wrote.
Okay.
I just wrote it.
Okay, I gotcha.
Stupid.
Okay. So a lot of your jokes come from just sort of, the ether, if you will. Is that how you kind of...
I mean, most of it's my kids. But then,
the fleshlight jokes didn't come from your kids, right?
Please tell me they
well,
didn't.
no, but I mean, like, most of the stuff I talk about is my kids, but that was just like a random, like, thought I had.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you do have a fleshlight.
I do.
Really?
It's white.
So where did you get it?
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve. You went down there and you said, "I want to be a sinner today."
I ordered it online.
Okay, you ordered it online.
Yeah.
That's good. And does it come in nice, discreet packaging when it gets there?
I suppose. I don't remember. It was like a couple years ago.
You don't remember a lot. Have you been doing more drugs than usual, Julian?
A little bit.
Oh, okay. What's okay? You talked about Amber Alert. Why do they call them Amber Alerts? Do you know?
I assumed that somebody got taken that was named Amber.
Okay. I thought it was because when the alarm goes off, you pee yourself.
I don't think any of this is working.
I know, right? Yeah, the show was really killing until you came up here. I don't know what happened.
I agree, man.
Remember when we were having fun
Sucked.
about 5 minutes ago? Okay, you got one more goddamn thing I'm going to say. I like that your pockets are both tucked in and pulled out at the same time.
Man, I just showed up here.
All right,
I've been
Julian,
taking care of
plug your
kids
merch.
all-
I have got to get you out of here, buddy. Plug your merch. Let them know we are moving on, buddy.
That stunk, but my candles don't. Please buy some.
Hell yeah, they're great candles. How much do they cost? Where can they get them? This is your plug, Julian. Holy shit. I'm literally just asking you things about your life. Come on.
But this plug is broken. Or maybe I turned it off.
I'm going to bet on that one.
I think so too. I'm trying up here, man. I think he's not going to invite me back on this show anymore, guys. Anyways, don't buy my candles.
Man, you guys want to just go down to the Sydney and call it a night? Holy shit. Holy shit.
Man.
Oh man, this is fun. Buy his candles. His candles are better than his stand-up tonight. The candles were very good. I Summer bought one, and it's great. It's going to cover up the farts and cigar smoke that fills our apartment. All right, okay. On deck, we got Charles Wortley. Coming to the stage right now, Taryn Perez.
Where I'm going with that, who knows? Okay. Guys, anybody a part of the DMC in here? Dead Mom Club? No? Yeah? Oh, how long you been? I've been 9 years. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I'm a senior compared to you. That no one said that ever this summer. You know, when I call it that, I know it's a little tricky, because it makes everyone think run DMC. Guys, the only thing I'm running from are the emotions I have a dead mom. You know, like I mean, come on. But it's kind of crazy when you lose a parent. You always find out things about them that you didn't know, or like things, you realize things. Like, for instance, my mom was really big into witch, like, shows and craft and all that, like, sci-fi kind of stuff, to the point where I have a tattoo for her that is the Celtic knot from the Charm show on my leg, right? But I just realized the other day, like, that's probably why she got cremated. It wasn't because it was cheaper. It was like because she wanted to feel like what it'd be like to be burnt at the stake, I think. I don't know. I just think she went out like a true bitch. I mean, sorry, witch. Oh, God. I'm so sorry. I fucked those two words up. Listen, my mom was a blunt bitch, but she had a great excuse. She had brain cancer. Yeah, so anytime we have to think about something she said, we just ask what channel was it said on, BBC or ABC, before brain cancer or after brain cancer, and we try to be a good family, so we say it's always on ABC. That's all I had for tonight, guys.
Taryn Perez. What's up, Taryn?
Not much.
Yeah, how you doing?
Can I have my drink? I'll be doing good in a second.
No, that's right. Taryn was very good. She didn't drink alcohol before her set, and so now she gets...
Watch out, it's Penelope
look.
Flowers! I don't know what I said. Powers. I haven't even drank yet.
You're very loud.
Flowers.
Has anybody ever told you that you're very loud?
No.
No? I was just watching the decibel meter here. You would have won the back line. It was negative 2 decibels the entire time.
You're at negative 18 decibels over there.
You realize I'm a middle child, like...
That's
in a
right.
loud family, and the only way I would ever be heard if I would shout over people, and that would just mean more people shouting over me.
We have microphones.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I'm not used to it. I don't care. I want my voice to be heard.
Well, you're heard.
Oh,
you are
yeah.
heard.
Yes, Quik Draw. We're all about loud ladies being heard.
Listen, Addy knows how to turn my mic down at the Dubliner. I don't know what to
I
tell
do.
you.
I turn it down. Sometimes I turn it up. Sometimes I turn it off. We never know what's going to happen.
Sometimes I run out of room to turn it down. I go all the way down, and it's still too loud.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. I'm a strong woman with a fucking important voice.
I'm glad alcohol doesn't affect you. That's good. Literally takes one sip of
really-
alcohol. It's like, hey, go fuck yourself, Clem. Well, I'm standing on the stage Addy built, Clem. I'm going to steal your wife, Clem. Fuck, I couldn't handle her, Clem.
Hey, Ashley.
Hell
I
yeah,
like your
man.
flannel today, Ashley.
Oh, yeah, it's Sodom and Gomorrah
You like
on this
these
fucking
leggings?
stage,
They're pretty
man.
good. Did you see?
All right, Taryn,
Sorry.
so over here. Well, okay. So you're a middle child, huh?
I am.
I'm also a middle child. That's interesting.
Shocker.
I know, right? What do you think is shocking about that?
That I don't know actually. That you have brothers and sisters. I thought you were an orphan.
Yeah, I was actually built in a factory.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I was sent here from the future to kill.
No, you're not that cool.
What do you mean?
I mean, like you would. I don't know. I feel like you'd be smart. I don't know why you're asking me now. Now I'm getting confused and I sound like a dumbass. So there we go. I got alcohol on me.
I like making you fold. It's a lot
I
of
know,
fun.
it's great.
So your little sister, I like that joke up top you did about your little sister being a meth head.
Yeah.
It was very wholesome, very fun.
Yeah.
How is she doing?
She's doing really good. She's got a job, working really hard. She gets to see her kids all the time. She's working towards. She's going the right way. She's
Staying
actually
out of trouble?
Yep, she actually is. Surprisingly, even though my dad is dating one of her friends, like I don't know.
So your dad is dating one of her friends?
Well, kind of one of her friends. I don't know. She's 38. My dad's 66 right now.
Your little sister's friend
is 30. It's like
38.
their friend's coworker kind of friends, you know, and stuff like that. And that's, yeah.
I'm not friends with any of my coworkers, so
Yeah, well, my sister's not really friends with her either, but.
Yeah, I bet that makes the job very awkward. It's like, hey,
it
how
just
is
makes
Dad?
everything awkward.
Yeah.
Makes it all awkward.
It does make it all awkward.
She like went out. They did a family trip or something with the girls, and like she was with her. And I was like, "Who's it?" I was like, "Is she trying to be stepmom already? Like she's older
Really?
sister at most. Like
so-
I don't know."
What have you seen any of these interactions between your dad and the friend? Have you been there to see any of this?
No, I don't want to. I get pictures. My dad and them take pictures
They
together.
take pictures? What kind of pictures do they send you?
The good ones, okay, like the ones where it's just of their face, okay, of them
So
being
no
cute.
nudity?
No, but I've
Okay.
heard about the nudes that have been sent to my dad, and that's creepy.
Who did you hear that from?
My father.
Oh. So he's like, hey, fucking Deborah down at fucking HR or whatever. Great
Fucking-
tits.
Oh my God! No, he's like, she deleted all the shower pics she sent me. Ugh.
Shower pics. Now, shower pics are tricky.
I was like, who is this bitch taking shower pics? Like,
yeah.
how are you doing this? What kind of shower setup you got? I want to know.
At 38, she's probably a homeowner. She probably has a very nice setup.
No, I don't think she is.
You don't think she is, or do you not know she is?
I don't care to know.
Taryn, I think you make a lot of assumptions that close your mind to things.
Well, yeah.
Like when you said that you
Like
didn't
I
think.
assume, Addy, you're a nice person.
You see how that bombed?
No, I don't think it did. I think the people got it over here.
Who the hell would assume that?
I don't know.
No. So
I was trying to be nice, but you know how that
No,
works.
Taryn, it's okay. You don't have to attack me. I'm not your father. It's all right.
I actually love my father.
So yeah. Well, I like the memory of my father.
I know. I loved it that I did this dead mom joke, and it's too dead dad. Like, I don't know what I was going to say. I don't know where I was going. Dead
I'm not
dad.
dead yet, just so you know. I'm not
No,
dead.
you have
Yeah.
a dead dad, though.
I do.
Bunch of DDs over
Thanks for
here.
bringing it up.
I love
really
it.
appreciate
DDs.
Have you guys seen how much alcohol is out of Taryn's drink and how much it's gotten worse?
That's poured really heavily.
Hell yeah,
You
no
literally
shit. Let's-
just drank the alcohol and left everything else in there.
There's very little Red Bull in there. Okay?
It's like a magnet that she just pulls the alcohol through her skin
That's
and
right.
everything else is left there. That's fun, Taryn. So you've been killing it. Last week on Thursday, you had your new stage set up at Trucks and Taps.
I did. And I was. I want to thank everybody who came out for that too. You guys were out there supporting and stuff. Really appreciate it. But yeah, it's gonna be a learning curve. Still gonna do some stuff. We might try to do it on a weekend instead, where there'll be a better crowd out there and stuff like that. But yeah, they just built the stage, and it's
It's a very nice
It's really
stage.
nice. I mean, like I said, this stage is really nice up here. You guys did a really good job with this one, but that one out there is like, it's fucking sweet. It's huge.
Well, yeah, it's also outside.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So
Your stage is about the size of this room. It's the biggest stage I've ever seen. It's very
really
big.
nice.
It's plenty of space for bombing on. I like it. You can bomb in a corner there. You can bomb over there. Sometimes a kid will come over and you'll start bombing with the kid.
yeah, or you'll bomb underneath you'll just slide underneath the fucking.
Yeah, because it's on a slope.
Yeah,
It looks like where
and-
JFK was shot. It's a good.
That's why I
grassy
call it the
knoll.
grassy knoll. I
That's
like
right.
that's what yeah.
Hey, what if we take this stage, put it on that stage, then put chairs around it?
That would actually be
there you
hilarious.
go.
That'd be fun.
I
yeah.
think we could build a tower to heaven, and then God
Yeah.
could smite us up there.
That's right.
Oh yeah. True. I mean, I'm going to
Attaboy.
hell, but
Hell yeah. Well, honestly, yeah, you didn't go to hell tonight. If I talk to God, I'll say, hey, let her in.
thanks for the seal of approval, Addy. Okay.
Well, sure, yeah.
Didn't know you're a gatekeeper of the fucking.
Oh, I'm a gatekeeper in many ways.
I know.
That's
no, I'm just
right.
kidding. No.
Sure. Well, most people won't admit it. I will. So
nice.
let's see here. You were talking about being a cokehead, a lot of fun, very relatable. You were also talking about how until your job ceases, are you concerned about job shortages in your sector?
I mean, I have a good job right now. I make good money, so. And I've worked very hard to get where I'm at. So, I don't want to have to find another job that pays me this well.
You are speaking so fast, Aaron. I can't understand what you're saying.
I said I have a good job and I don't want to lose it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you just said until your job ceases.
Well, if anybody from my job knows now that I do comedy, and then one of the guys that I work with says, hey, I saw one of your videos, one of your clips, and I said, what? And he was like, yeah, I saw it on YouTube, and he was talking about Quik Draw.
Oh, well, hell yeah. Well, good for the show, bad for you.
Yeah, there's like one. I mean, like I can say all my. They've heard a lot of my jokes and like.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like one guy does call me cum champ in the office. Yeah.
So he might be getting fired.
No, not Todd. Todd's not going to get fired. Todd's on morphine, okay?
He's the HR rep.
Bring him around.
He's the HR rep, right?
Yeah, no, he probably has been at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that fucker's done a bunch of jobs. No, he's on morphine for his actual like back problems and shit
The
like
H
that.
stands for heroin when he's on the job.
Ooh, yeah, it does.
Hell yeah. You ever bang H? You ever get fucking
Nope,
crazy?
I've never. No, that's a lot of work.
Okay, well, it's still early in the night. We'll figure something out. So, Taryn, obviously you got trucks and taps. Is there anything you want to let these folks know about what you got going on in your life?
Well, just my comedy life. You guys hear enough. I know. You don't have to whisper it to me. I was about to say it. You said that. You've had 2 beers already, ma'am. Okay.
Would you like to fill the rest of the crowd into the private
Yes,
conversation here?
At the back line, I'm going to have my own show. This is the first time we're doing it this month, August 30th, 9:30. It is called Trauma Dump with Taryn. Very fitting if you've seen what I just did tonight. But guys, it's just going to be, it's got a fucking solid lineup for this first lineup. We do have Astrid, we got Richie B, we got Jocelyn DeBonus, and then fucking Serenity Doherty, okay? Like that's a stack line. We're going to come out here, we're going to fucking tell our traumatizing jokes that we like to tell, and sometimes people look at us with sad eyes after we do it. But we're going to make sure that other people laugh, and you know, the whole point of my show is just to make everyone know, like, feel seen and heard. Laugh at your shit, you know. Comedy's done that a lot for me over the years, and I'd like to give that back to the community as well. So, but that's the biggest thing I have going on right now.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't even know.
Let's hear it for Taryn Perez, everybody. That reminds me, there is Quik Draw at the back line September 27th at 9:30. Make sure you guys get the tickets for that. We are going to be dropping new hoodies and crew necks that you guys can pre-order now and pick up at the backline show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We also, this is a very exciting new development. We now have Quik Draw notebooks that you could pick up for $10 over there at the merch table with Ashley. Follow her stuff at Tightly Wound Nitwit. Did I get it right? Hell yeah, I've been practicing. I looked in the mirror as I did coke practicing it. All right. Okay, on deck we have Lucas Schneider coming to the stage right now. Charles Wortley.
Whoa. My mom is a teacher. She's been a teacher for 32 years. It's a long time. And growing up, my mom would always tell me that she would talk about me with her students. And she'd be like, yeah, I talked about you today. But she would never tell me like what she talked about with. And during high school and college still, I go and volunteer at her school. And I read books to children. And this one time, I was reading a Dr. Seuss book to a group of children. And one of them, just in the middle of me reading this book, goes, hey, Mrs. Wortley says you don't flush. I was like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? So during the lunch break, I go up to my mom and I'm like, hey, Mom, what the fuck are you telling these kids? And she just goes, well, I thought it was funny. And I'm like, these kids have a good 70 years of life left, of fruitful life left. The life expectancy is increasing. They're going to remember this their entire life. It would be different if you told it to a bunch of 80-year-olds, okay? And I kind of realized, I had an epiphany that she never grounded me when I was younger. And I think she would just go into class and speak ish on my name all day. She's like, all right, class, fuck this book. Let's hear how big of a dumbass my son is. No homework tonight either. Just think about how stupid Charles is. All right, that's all for me.
Charles Wortley, everybody. What's up, Chuck?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just hold it today.
Yeah, man. We'll just chat for a little bit. You've been on Quik Draw Unplugged. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Man.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. I got work off today. I've been working a lot.
You got work off today?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you work, Charles?
Charleston's Steakhouse.
Charleston's Steakhouse.
Charleston's, like
Charleston's. Oh, like
Yes.
Charles. Okay.
Yes.
You work at Charleston's Steakhouse.
Yes.
Okay. What
Isn't
do you do
that-
there?
I'm a waiter.
You're a waiter.
Yes.
Okay. I could see you being real good at customer service.
Oh, I'm
It's
fucking
like,
stellar, dude.
it's like you. Yeah. Do you want your food? I don't flush. That's,
Why don't you flush?
Why don't I?
Yeah.
I am very forgetful. Anyone who knows me, like has spent like a month of time around me closely, will find this out very quick. That I'm very forgetful and very aloof. And that I mean, I leave stoves on. I leave fluids in the toilet.
Huh.
So
Yeah.
are these ones and twos that you forget to flush?
Yeah.
So you're aloof with the poop.
Yes.
Okay.
I was trying to think. A loop. A loop.
A loop. You're a loop. We've gone a
And your mom called you out in the middle of a Dr. Seuss book? Is that what I
No.
gathered?
She must have told them like during a class,
Right.
or something. Because maybe I have no idea. I literally have zero idea how it could have gotten brought up. But
Right. You're just sitting there reading one poo, two poo, red poo, blue poo, and next thing you know, you're outed.
yeah, green eggs and poop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so this is something you've dealt with your entire life, forgetting to flush the toilet?
It started mostly in like high school, probably, I'd say.
So you at one point were potty trained, and then you kind of reverted back?
Well, it's not. I don't do it like all the time. Like I'm not just like, oh, I'm just gonna leave this here for now. But
Hey.
it's like,
Is this your way of lashing out at the divorce?
Oh, that's a good question.
I guess so.
Do you, because I know you lived in a 2-story house and you lived in the basement, right?
Yeah.
So would you ever go up to the first and second floor and be like, ha, Mom and Dad,
Yeah.
I'm messing up your scene?
Yeah. All the time. Like it's like they. I kind of I felt kind of like a poop bandit. Like I would just.
Sure.
They'd be like, "Oh, who left this?" And I'd be like, "Oh no, it was the dog. I swear,
Yeah.
The dog left the poop there, not me."
Yeah, sort of the sticky bandit.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I
pretty-
thought that was. I don't know. Never mind.
No, it's very interesting. It's an interesting story, especially the treachery of your mom going and doxing you to a bunch of shit-nosed kids.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, and now he's going to come read for you.
Yeah.
It's like a host giving you a bad intro.
Yeah, which they literally they knew everything about me. They
Yeah.
knew. She tells them everything about me.
Are there any other things besides the fecal and urine-related matters that they know about you?
What's the worst thing she's told?
Yeah.
That I didn't really. I mean, she obviously like talks about my performance in school, like, and I'm like, what these kids like? Do they like hate you? Like, aren't they supposed to be learning? And I don't know. I feel like all of them are just going to be modeled. Like, they're going to model after my personality somehow, just from learning it in class.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bunch of kids leaving poops in toilets from now on.
Yeah, shitting vicariously through you. I can
Yes.
see it now, dude.
Yes. And now I know I've left some kind of impact on the world.
You have.
A toilet impact.
Yeah. Or you're impacted.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody here has ever been impacted, but it's an old word from the 1800s that I learned because I'm from the 1800s apparently.
Yeah.
I was built before the Revolutionary Age.
Yeah,
when they had businesses. Okay, anyway, so you talked about going to an Asian market. Did you pick up any fleshlights there for Julian?
Is Julian here? Oh, where'd he go?
He left after his set.
Yep.
Checks out.
Yeah. I mean, you could totally. I could see. Like, if you could definitely do something with a fish or something.
Okay. Oh, so do something with a fish. What do you mean?
Like fish play. You ever?
Fish. Is that like foreplay but with a fish?
Yeah, in a way. But I feel like, I don't know. It's if you get it warm. If you get it warm enough, you could probably use it as like a fish light. Right?
Yeah, it's got the gills on the side.
Yeah, they're moist enough. Right?
Okay.
They have lots of moisture and
Yeah.
salt.
Yeah, you throw. Yeah, I think honestly, I think you're onto something there.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think that'll be a fun story for your mom to tell the kids next
Or like
week.
an octopus or like a squid or something, maybe. Like
Well, the octopus have the beak, and I don't know. I don't know if you'd
yeah.
want to mess with that beak. I mean, I don't know what your poison is.
Yeah, but what about the tentacles though? The suction on those things?
I think we're just talking about hentai at this point. This is crazy. I didn't expect this set to get this horny, but I like it. Yeah, no, I think you should do a demonstration for us next time you go out to the market.
They were gonna say right now. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I have an octopus for you to fuck. Yeah.
What?
There's an electric eel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that goes up the booty.
Oh, that would be erotic.
So
as
Charles,
fuck.
are you a virgin?
No.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not. I'm not, guys.
He said no.
Of course not. She goes to a different school. You wouldn't know her.
I have so much sex, like more than Rashad. I got you beat by miles. Rashad asked me for advice.
Well, you asked your mom for advice because she's there.
Hey, yeah, Rashad, my mother is single.
White lady.
She needs some of that. It's white lady. Yes, that's exactly your type.
Yeah.
She needs a man to take care of her.
She's a man.
Rashad's my stepfather now.
Dude, that'd be sick. You guys could go on tour together.
Oh, shit.
It'd be like
Call
son
him
and
Paul.
gun.
Call him Paul. Yeah.
Call him Paul.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, shit, man. Do you have anything you want to let these folks know? You got like a mail route or anything you're starting up or anything?
Oh, I fucking DoorDash. You guys probably DoorDash. You guys ever DoorDash?
Well, you're asking if they DoorDash?
Yeah, like you guys
if
ever
they're-
get food from DoorDash? They aren't even paying attention.
All right, we'll work on the crowd work segment later.
All
So, is there anything you want to let these folks know before you get out of here?
Take your
Tip
time.
your servers.
Tip your servers. That's right.
Tip 20%.
20%. Yes, that's right. Take care of them. Take care of Charles. Goes down to Charleston Steakhouse.
Yes. Come in and tip me. Give me your money.
Give him your money. All right, let's hear it for Charles Worley making his Quik Draw Comedy debut.
Answering the question, what would happen if Matt Rife wasn't good at crowd work? Right there.
Oh, Matt Strife over here. All right, so on deck we have Karaoke with Summer, but coming to the stage right now, Lucas Schneider.
I am so fucking sick of Facebook. It is like an embarrassing mom that never forgets anything. I'm just old enough that I remember a time when you only had to relive your embarrassing moments at Christmas when your mom was filling in the rest of the family on what you did over the year. You were just hoping she was going to forget that one story, right? But no, Facebook. On this day, 13 years ago, you were so upset over a 16-year-old slut acting like a 16-year-old slut that you just had to post Blink-182 lyrics because that was going to fix it all. That was going to make it so she unsucked Trevor's dick, right? Fucking A. Thanks, Facebook. I'd almost forgotten about that. Goodness sakes. You know, there's all this talk about what the worst addictive substances are. Is it sugar? Is it coke? Is it meth? I think it's pussy because it just ruins everybody that it touches. You never get over it. Not a one, right? Okay, fine. Sounds like a room full of virgins, but whatever. Anyway, I don't know if you fellas have ever had this problem or not, but if a girl tells you you're going too deep, she's lying to you. Okay? Pussy is so big that you can lose your house, your kids, your car, your sanity. There's no way that your dick is that big. Not a chance. You know, I know you may have heard it around town, but mine isn't even 12 inches. Right? It sure smells like a foot, though. All right, let's get this fucking over with.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How
How's it
are you
going?
doing with your stinky dick?
Oh, just walking around stinking the place up.
Stinking the place up, man. Okay, sure. And you're tall, so like the people sitting down, they're getting a waft of it right as you come by, huh?
That's the idea of wearing the shorts on stage, so I can
Sure.
fan it out, clear out the front row, as you can see.
Sure, spread out the love.
right.
Well, this is actually the crew of the Ocean Gate submarine that joined us here today.
In remembrance.
In remembrance, yeah. They're laughing in heaven or hell. They were all billionaires, so probably hell.
Well, yeah.
There they are. So, man, what has been happening with you this week? Take us through
We
it.
put a showcase on this weekend, last night. You were on it, if you remember.
I was on it. That's
you
right.
were. It was a pretty good show. Funny folks down at the Dubliner. It was a great time. So
It was a lot of fun, dude.
it was a good show.
Yeah, it was crazy. They set up an entire band on the stage with no space for the comedy, and then didn't tell them the comedy was happening.
Oh, well, that sounds typical.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice to be like really respected in your art form and treated as like a professional.
Yeah, I know, right? It's
Uh-huh.
great, right?
Yeah, I need to learn how to play the kazoo or something. Get some instrument musician attention.
I think we could do it. We get you a slide whistle or a theremin, maybe.
Sure. Hey, I know my way around.
There's one person in the room that knows what a fucking theremin is.
Yeah.
Theremin, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah, theremin
They
is.
haven't made them in 50 years, so. Or maybe they still do. I don't know. I haven't been keeping up on the theremin.
Yeah, I think we'll look into that.
Production
We'll look at
cycles.
what kind of demand the market has been for a theremin, but I could see us really having a comeback with it.
Yeah,
we could
we'll
get it
sell
going.
his merch next week.
Yeah,
There's
Right,
space
thermins.
for one right here. Would be a good spot.
Yeah.
I think it sounds great. I see no problems with any of it. So let's see here, man. What's like your big move? You're dating now. You've been dating someone for what, 6 months?
8.
8 months.
Yes.
Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
That's what they say.
That's what they say. So what is your move, your first step in getting a lady to fall for you?
Well, my advice won't work for other people because I just act like an asshole.
Okay. So
you
you're
know?
just real mean
I'm just
to the
myself.
ladies?
I'm just myself.
You're just yourself?
Yes.
You don't
I actually
turn it
took
up?
that advice. No, I'd never turned it up. I might keep my mouth shut a little more every once in a while.
So you don't. Oh well.
I say the stupid things that pop into your head that you think I shouldn't say that.
when you're with a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some of those stupid things you've said before?
Is it full of myself to think you should be full of me?
Wow.
Not bad. I'm wet. All right.
Right?
You said some stupid things the night I met you first. You remember those things?
Well,
I don't think we're going to talk about it on camera, but
So you've been dating a lovely lady. So she really farts on you, huh?
it has happened, yeah.
That I see her differently now.
In prior relationships as well. It's happened. It's a reoccurring theme in my life.
So you have a history of women farting on you.
Oh yeah, they get real fucking comfortable.
That's it. Okay. So maybe that's your key because women never feel comfortable enough around me to fart. I've noticed.
With that haircut, I can understand.
Well, sure. I say, hey, listen, sweetheart, not today. Yeah. Yeah, no, if a woman farts on me, that's the end of the relationship.
It's come close.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you because it sounds to me like your last girlfriend gave you a Dutch oven. That's what they call that when
Oh,
you
yeah.
cover the blanket over someone, and then, which really shows a real lack of respect for the Dutch culture.
Well, I found it doubly insulting being Dutch myself.
Oh, you're Dutch? Well,
I think so. Like 10%.
10% Dutch.
floats
Okay.
around in there.
Yeah, so you tip, but only 10% more than Dutch people.
Well, I'm Swedish too, so
You're Swedish too. Okay.
very, very giving
Conflict averse. I like that. You had talked about how you smell the cow from 3 fences over. Is there any other measurements that you judge things by fence lengths?
people. Cornfields.
Cornfields. Okay, so that's where you get your.
Hunting area.
So you're like, yeah, that's about 3 fence posts out.
Yeah, that's a real unit of measurement. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And is it like, is it an actual designated unit or is it just
It really depends on what farmer you're talking to.
Wow, I mean, there's such a culture here that I didn't even know about with fences.
Oh, it's so interesting.
Yeah, I'm loving every minute of it. Let's see, man. I thought you did well tonight. I liked that your first set, you just held the mic stand about 6 inches off the ground the whole time. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could. Sometimes I just don't feel like adjusting it. Doesn't seem worth the effort.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's a good move for you. You might want to start doing it. That's funny shit. Well, so you run Dubliner Monday nights at 9 p.m.
Yep.
What else you got on your plate before I get you out of here?
Oh, so far nothing else really. I guess just Dubliners. Am I forgetting something? You're looking at me like I forgot something.
Oh no, I was just.
Am I supposed to be on a show and I don't remember?
No, that would
Okay.
be funny if I did that though.
That
No,
would be fucking crazy.
That would
Yeah.
just make you an Omaha comic if you were supposed to be on a show and didn't show up. So
Sure.
Well,
yes.
look, that's one thing I haven't done so far. At least not without notice.
Yeah,
So-
you're very reliable. You're a solid guy to book.
Well, that's because I don't live in Omaha, so.
That's right. You're one of the good ones. No. All right, let's hear it for Lucas Schneider, everybody. All right. On deck, we have our final comedian of the night, Ben Webb. But coming up right now, the man you are about to see is not a comedian, but is one of my funniest friends. Over a lifetime, he has memorized thousands of songs, but has never once learned how to sing. You are about to hear a song from times past. You will then have 1 minute to name that song. Please join me in welcoming Karaoke with Summer.
It's time for karaoke with Summer. Show me to the dumpster. Okay, I have an announcement to make today. For some of you that come to the other Quik Draw on Tuesday night, Quik Draw Unplugged, I'm going to start doing a segment, Karaoke with Summer, but it's going to be for country songs. All these here on Sunday night have been from the rock, genre, but those will be all country because I also know country well, but I don't think I've had a chance to do them, so I want to get that in. Okay, so we're ready for tonight? Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? Come to watch your flowers goin'. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? There we go.
all right, there's our minute on the clock. Anybody know the song? No? I don't know. It sounds familiar. Like, right? Can you give it to us again one more time? Let's hear it.
Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? Come to watch your flowers growin'. Ain't you got no rhymes for me?
All right. Still no guesses? Everything Summer sings sounds like the Doors. Just wait till the country night. It's going to sound like the Doors do country. Yeah.
No,
Nothing.
I think that first country song is not going to sound like the Doors.
Yeah. Well, it may. We'll find out, I guess. We'll find out.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. That's right. Yeah.
Iconic.
All right. Any last guesses? All right. Let's play it then, I guess.
Got to make the moment last, just kicking round cobblestones.
Well,
the name of the song is actually the 59th Bridge Street song. So
Yeah.
you ought to listen to some of these when you go home. There's some good ones.
that's
All
right.
right, what'd I miss?
You missed the whole segment, but we're going to talk to Summer now. so-
Okay, fantastic. What's up, Summer? Did they guess the song?
No, sir, they did not. Some people guessed the Doors. You'd have to say, if we were on the rifle range, that was wide of the target.
Okay, and you know something about being on a range, man. You've been out there swinging at those golf balls these last few weekends, huh?
Yeah, I didn't really set the woods on fire. That's why you notice I suggested the disc.
Yeah, no, you saw.
Can we
Yeah.
back up and take that sentence apart? We didn't really set the woods on fire. Explain. What's that mean?
Well, we went out to the driving range. Addy did superior to me, but that's where you get a bucket of balls and you set it on a tee. And because they had some rain earlier that week, we had to be on mats.
Okay.
So we didn't get to put the tee in the ground. We had to be on a mat and put the tee on that and then hit off the tee. That wasn't as cool, and I didn't do near as well. So that's what I mean by not setting the woods on fire.
There we go. We got to the answer there at the end. That's what I love about Summer is he can talk for about 5 minutes, or no, 4.5 minutes, and 30 seconds of it will be like, and you're an idiot too. That's how every point ends with with meandering and then insulting. So let's see here, Summer. Yeah, so you want to get into disc golf, huh? How much experience do you have with disc golf?
Oh, well, I hadn't played in a few years. Like, I didn't play when I lived in Arkansas, but every other place I lived, I did play and took my kids out to see it and all of that. So
this was like a big family event.
Yeah, about 40, 50 years I've been playing that game.
40, 50 years you've been disc golfing.
Yeah. I remember a time when they didn't even have the metal baskets they have today. Everything was just an object course.
Wow.
Yeah, put it up here, that's hole one. Put it over here, there's hole two. Yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds abysmal.
But it looks like they got some great courses around in this area, and when I saw pictures of that on the internet, I was like, whoa, that stuff looks awesome.
Yeah, if I think of Nebraska, I'm like, yeah, probably a lot of disc golf courses out there. Yeah. I could see that being disc golf course heavy.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to going.
I'm looking forward to going too. How's this week been treating you besides, golfing and whatnot?
Well, let's see. The weekends become a blur, and of course the week becomes a blur as well. So
yeah,
it's kind of blurry to me.
Well, when you're drinking a bottle of wine a night, it all is very blurry.
Yeah,
huh?
I hadn't had that for a while. But
okay, that's good.
I have had a bottle of wine tonight. Yeah.
You've had a bottle of wine tonight?
No, I have had a bottle of wine in one night.
You've had 4 bottles of wine in one night.
I didn't want to go into that.
Okay, we'll save that for next week, I guess. I got a great story about you guys and what happens when he drinks 4 bottles of wine. We'll save that for another segment when we're really setting the woods on fire, so to speak.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, setting the woods on fire. That's just a Klan rally gone wrong, actually.
Yeah,
Go out there to California. Go to Trinity County in June, and you'll see what setting the woods on fire looks like.
Yeah, they're always on fire.
It's on fire.
It's because it's full of sinners. God's getting it ready for them.
It's Sodom and Gomorrah all over again.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here. What's a good movie you've watched recently?
A good movie, one that they've just put on Netflix. It just came on, Pearl. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but yeah, that's a wild one. That's a wild one for sure. It's about a girl when she gets mad and upset. Oh boy, look out.
What does she do?
Usually sticks a pitchfork in somebody or hits them with an axe or something along those lines.
Okay, so a Bellevue lady.
Yeah. This is like a Bellevue lady around World War I time period, yes.
Sounds good. Are there any fish involved?
Fish.
Maybe some tentacles? Okay, never mind.
I don't remember that. No.
Never mind. Just
pitchforks, axes, even shoving their car off, where the alligator eats them all up. That's kind of cool.
So you're watching some real violent television late night at the apartment?
You might say it was a horror flick, but it's not your traditional horror flick. It's not like Halloween or Friday the 13th or any of them.
Well, what's the difference?
Well, first of all, the music is different, In those other movies I mentioned, you hear that doom, 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 doom. In this movie, you don't hear that.
Well, so yeah, there was probably different composers on the projects.
Well, and there was a different score, certainly. I mean,
movies generally have different music.
Much more happy, you don't see it coming, and then boom, somebody's done.
It's very tongue-in-cheek.
I guess you'd have to say so, yeah. It doesn't come off like your traditional horror movie.
Okay.
Yeah, comes off more like Killing in Real Life, right? Where you don't have a soundtrack, it's just done, right?
You got to watch it and get back.
How many people have you killed in real life, Clem?
We're not going to answer that on camera.
Well, yeah, let's just say his bumper is dented.
Front and rear.
Had to finish him off. Hell yeah. Well, Summer, it was great talking to you. We're in overtime, so we're going to go ahead and get you out of here, buddy.
10-4.
Let's hear it for Karaoke with Summer, everybody. All right, guys. We are down to our final comedian of the night, and he's a good one. I want you to give all your love, all your attention, all your energy to Ben Webb.
Oh, that energy is struggling. So, Well, I've been kind of getting back into movie watching a little bit lately, asking around with some of the friends that I know, and some of them have been writing their own film, and I asked them what genre. Christian romance. Very specific genre. That'd be hard to pull off in this day and age where you got all kinds of porn subscriptions and whatnot out there. I mean, Christian romance, that'd be kind of tough to do, but I admire their drive, you know. So you have somebody that just is together with her girlfriend and, oh, I see you've been seeing so-and-so for a while. How is John? Oh, he stacks all the chairs by himself. He comes early. He reads to the animals at the animal shelter. Oh my gosh. And he loves the Lord. That's what he does. You kind of keep it nice and flowing. So I know I would kind of mess it up if I had my chance to be in one of those movies. I've been single for too long. It's like, well, you're pretty. Jessica, Bethany, Hope, Chastity, Faith, Hope, Judgment, whatever your name is. It's one of those. Yeah, if you've heard of that song back in the 90s from Plum, I believe that you kind of paraphrase that there's a God-shaped hole in all of us, and a restless soul is searching, and it's only a void that he can fill. But I'd like to try. I'd be not welcome back at that church. So, and we'll see how this interview portion goes as well. We'll go ahead and cut that sucker there.
Perfect audio cue for that one. What's up, buddy? How are you, Mr. Webb?
Doing all right, man. It's good to be back up here. It was a lot of fun for the last show. Heck of a lot of fun. To kind of be up here doing comedy is like going to a hospital. You know, no matter what shape you're in, you know they're going to welcome you. You can express it, get what you need. And unfortunately, Julian's hospital was in Palestine this week. Oh my. Damn.
Man.
So hopefully I'll do slightly better.
Let me tell you something. That one would have killed if all the piece of shits weren't out front smoking weed right now. I'll tell you what. God damn. That's funny, man. No, yeah, bless his heart, man. It was a fun one for me. I enjoyed watching it. It's always interesting when you bring in candles as merch. That's a new one. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Well, hey, anything that is not a burning lowercase t is a step up.
He went there. He went there.
I don't get the joke, but I know it was racist, so I like it. Yeah.
It's a burning cross joke, Addy.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. What was
segue from the Christian romance to Christian romance.
That's crazy, dude.
I am ending my career. Sweet.
Yeah, the Christian romance genre, that's hilarious. Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
So they're like, oh, yeah, Jebediah, he hugged me really well, and then we would stay dressed.
Yeah, the hugs that linger, the looks that linger,
yeah.
The little things like you gotta look for clues in different ways than the other girls will get. So yeah, it's a lot more subtle, and then it's a gradual growing there. Oh, the meeting the parents is like a big, you know, that's like a first base or second base. Oh, that's
like anal to Christians. Yeah, met my parents. So let's see. Are you picking up any maybe subtle flirting techniques from these books? Seeing maybe into the psychology of women and what they like subconsciously?
I don't know. Maybe I will a little bit. I observe a lot. I can't help but take in a lot of different details, and for the most part, yeah, you know, unlike various sets that we've heard tonight or whatnot, women by and large want to be left alone. They want to be human beings. They want to be seen as just human beings and having fun. And if women are relaxed and they're having fun and all of that, they might be more open to say, hey, I like you enough. I'm not ready for my night to end with you just yet. But if you're forcing it, if you're asking, if you're begging, if you're reducing them to a commodity, chances are you're going to have transactional relationships with them. Let them be human. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not sure how I feel about my wife being the only one clapping that earlier.
Yeah. Yeah, she was the one that was clapping too. She's like,
be
yeah.
left alone.
She was only clapping because I accidentally bring her up during a lot of shows, and I should leave her alone. Yes. Addy,
bring up how you should take him out to dinner every now and then. Yeah, maybe cuddle without expectations, Clem.
Yeah. You don't have to have a kid every time.
I just get this from Ashley off camera.
I gave up on expectations years ago.
That's fun, man. Christian romance. Is the book called Passion of the Christ?
Whoa.
Or Passionate Christ?
Nice. That could work. We'll work on some titles.
Apparently they're making a sequel to Passion of the Christ. What's that going to be like? Revelations?
You almost have to. It ended with the tomb opening.
It's the Rapture.
The Rapture.
Yeah.
Second coming.
The Second Coming. That's the name of the Christian romance book, actually.
The Second Coming.
I'd say get James Cameron on it a little bit. Have a little bit of T2 wrapped up in there. You've got the "I'll be back." It'll be you don't want to mess with this Jesus. I would watch that totally.
Dude, Jack Jesus. He comes back.
Yeah.
Give me your sandals. Give me your smock. Or whatever they were.
Yeah, grade cheese and sinners on his abs. Just bring judgment to the world and moisture. I didn't need to add that last part. I really didn't.
No, that's fine, man. We're just doing a writing workshop up here at this point. This is great. Man, I like the part about Christian names. I've noticed that the ladies with the most Christian names are the biggest sluts. I knew a girl named Destiny, slut. Faith, big tits. Chastity, not a virgin. And just meandering on.
Well, with Faith, though, that has nothing to do with her morality or choices or what. She just happened to grow where other girls don't grow. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's like, oh, well, your C cup are up. Well, you kind of have to. You do what you got to do there, Faith.
Sure.
It's just kind of an interesting thing to throw that in there. Like, oh, yeah, she's got huge knockers. She must be.
Yeah. I did just call her a slut because of her big titties. Yeah. Well, that says a lot about me as a person, I think.
It does.
When I see a pair of big titties, I say, I want to put my face in them, and she wants me to also. I should release my expectations when cuddling.
A comedian projecting? No.
I just can't wait to tag all the women I know named Faith in this video right now. Faith, you deserve this tag.
I'm sorry, Faith. So, no, I haven't talked to her in years.
All the Faiths had to have their doors open when they had boys over.
Yeah.
That's the type. If you're gonna cuddle under a blanket, separate blankets, Faith. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the type.
Yeah. Did you ever have? Were you were raised in a Christian home, right?
I believe my parents were believers, but we didn't go every week. We were like every Christmas and Easter is what we had. It was only when I got into high school that they started having wanted to grow in their faith. So that's the time when we started going weekly. I wasn't Christian myself. In high school, I actually was going down towards the agnosticism, atheist route. And freshman year at college is when the Lord snapped me by the neck and turned my life around. But yeah, that was the trajectory of growing up. So I just had that Christmas Easter exposure. So,
okay. So now you do go to church.
Yeah.
That's fun, man. I was raised in church. My grandpa, all my uncles were pastors. I like showmanship. They had tight 45s. I liked them. Are there any ladies in the church you have your eye on? Maybe some sisters in the Lord you might want to get freaky in the sheets with?
Yes, and I'll put it exactly that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any?
See if I'm welcome back.
Well, I won't go down there and tell them what Brother Webb said or anything.
I've got plenty of sheets, and a few have holes in them.
Yeah, you wear them with the lowercase T's. Yeah.
Bring new meaning to keep it holy. There we are. So.
There we go. Right back around.
There's always a few. The thing is that in church, it's an odd thing because I'm 41, so you've got a number that are too young for me, a number that are, but the ones that are available that are single, Christians move fast, man. You gotta figure out how to be enough of a nice guy, but also a little bit of a tiger. You got to know when to pounce a little bit.
Well,
but I don't know what pouncing looks like at 41 in a Christian church.
So, I mean, if you take her out on a date, obviously the church isn't going to be happy if you're having sex before marriage.
No.
So, kind of, you just got to be like, hey, you want to get married?
That's what I did, actually. That's how I proposed to my wife. Like, hey, we just met, I know, but you want to get married next week?
And how many years has that been?
24.
24,
right?
I'll tell you what.
24 years, there we go.
You know, people want to bash religion. My parents got married in church. They were married 47 years until Dad died, so there's something there. And, you know, there's also church people who have horrible marriages. There's, what was his name? I Have Sinned. Who's Jimmy Swagger, that's right.
That's the one.
He was into hookers, wasn't he?
Yeah, among other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one for sure.
So where you kind of you have that opposite end to where you have the wholesome relationships, but then you got the guy on the pulpit being into the cracking hose.
Yeah, preaching the other way as
Sure.
well. Yeah, it is a whole thing. There is something to that about having the Bible names and kind of pushing out there. I think it's because if you're raised a certain way and you've got strict all the way growing up, it's like an inverse when it comes time to your teenage years and you're rebelling. You got to get it out of your system. You got to have something to push back against, and sometimes you go too far and you go the other end of the spectrum, and then you start settling back and like a pendulum. So similar if you've got liberal, kind of more hippie type parents, you're just free, everything wild. You crave structure, you crave rules as you grow up. So there's something to that, the preacher's kid syndrome type thing. But I'll have to see what I can figure out. I don't know. I'll have to up whatever my Bible game is. I don't really have a whole lot.
Sure.
I've only dated one gal and married her, and she left me. So
Did you meet her in the church?
We met in there. So it was definitely she had 3 years on me, and there
3 years
more
in the church, or
no, 3 age.
Oh, an older
wise.
woman. Okay.
So yeah, and there's definitely some predator stuff going on, grooming, all sorts of other
she was
stuff.
grooming you.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Golly, how big was she?
Well, if you could picture me,
I can.
She was 5 foot and about big and rounded as well. So nobody would be able to believe that the abuse was happening one end and not for me. So
those little ones,
she knew it. So
yeah, she knew. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Took advantage of that, and I circled the wagons. Hey, when you've only dated one, I would not hear any questions to the otherwise. She could not be tarnished in my eyes. Looking back, I wish I would have listened to what questions should I be asking her.
Sure.
Could have saved me some heartache, you know.
Well, you know, you're older and more mature and stronger now. Yeah. And it sucks, you know, getting burned sucks, but you learn these lessons in life. Yeah,
for sure. I like to think that for somebody, I'm more than a nice guy. For those that I've had a few. Because relationships nowadays have like different stages before you date.
Yeah.
I've been in a few. We're seeing each other. That stage, whatever that's called. It's not dating, but
stalking, looking through the blinds.
Binoculars.
Well, yeah, the ones that would actually answer the door when I knocked on it. Those were keepers. Yes. The few I've had to escape a few states. You know what you got to do. But I've been in a few of those and have been kind of perplexed of what is it with me that you don't want to call it a date? Just no, we're just seeing each other.
Yeah.
Well, damn, that makes me feel down here.
Sure, man. Dating's tough. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, you're much more likable to women than I am. So you're definitely on the right path.
Thank you.
That's a low bar that he set.
Yeah.
Really
yeah,
low bar.
man. Just don't get a mullet. You'll be all right.
Which brings to mind, I have to trim. I know. I looked at the mirror coming out here like, hot damn. I'm about a 4th Addy, so I should be all right for now. I'm gonna trim this as soon as I get home.
A 4th Addy or 4 Addies? Which one?
Oh Lord, I haven't done drugs at all. I don't know.
Okay, I see.
Know what that would do to me or whatever it is. Uppers, poppers, downers, wwhatever Julian was on. Oh my God.
Yeah, Julian was just on himself. Yeah,
he was on depression.
Yeah, he was off the meds.
He's like one of those poison frogs that you dip the darts in to kill larger prey. He was just licking his flesh. Whenever he was oozing, he was on. But
hell yeah. Well, Ben, is there anything you want to let these folks know before I get you out of here and we wrap this show up?
Yeah, well, I'll be continuing on every third Friday. I am performing with Making a Scene, a big canvas improv team at the Blackstone Theater, 7 p.m. It's every third Friday. And I'm in talks right now to be on the September Power Hour at Backline. And Comedy and Chaos Productions, they're bringing back their Roast Battle show October 5th. I'm scheduled to be on that and ready to rock it. I came within a hair's breadth of getting to the finals of their last Roast Battle tournament, and I love that to no end. So if you want to see me loosen the belt and take out the claws, October 5th. I'll see you there.
All right. Let's hear for Ben Webb, everybody. Hey, how about one more time for my co-host, Mr. Clem Jameson? You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Don't forget to get your tickets to Quik Draw at Backline, September 27th, 9:30. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for starting the week right with us here at Quik Draw Comedy. Have a good night.